So, as we all know, the Kardashians are some of the richest people in Hollywood and definitely the most rich and most famous for nothing specific. They don't sing, they don't act, but what they do is start businesses.
No, I don't have bookings. I work. You got a job? Baby, I own businesses.
Their talent is launching businesses that are almost doomed to fail. And you're probably like, what do you mean failed businesses? Look at Skims by Kim Kardashian or Kylie Jenner's makeup and her lip kits. Kourtney Kardashian has a very popular vitamin brand that seems to be pretty new and successful. But what if I told you that the Kardashians combined had over 60 launched businesses?
You guys are always doing something different.
Business has always been in our blood. We just are so passionate about everything that we put ourselves into. We don't just put our name on anything just to have it out there. We really are involved.
We have been playing this game since 2009, and you know what? Something I admire about the Kardashians is when you fail, you just try again. Now they have the luxury of having connections and millions of dollars to support said launched and failed businesses, but Skims and Lemmy Vitamins, Good American Jeans are really just a tip of the Kardashian business venture iceberg. And I wanted to dive deep today and talk about all of the Kardashian side hustles and business ventures that you probably didn't even know ever existed. What inspired me to make this video was actually Kylie Jenner specifically, because I've been seeing a lot of discourse around her various brands that she's come out with in the past couple of years and how her fans seem to be quite exhausted by the never-ending drops and launches that she throws in our faces. One being Sprinter, which is her new vodka soda brand, and like any other vodka soda brand, it's just another version of White Claw basically, with very similar flavors as well. And a lot of people question, like, why is she doing this? Because she's not really known for being a drinker, I don't think, and she's also a mom, and that was kind of her branding for a while, but now she's kind of switching over to this more adult side of alcohol and things like that. Some suspect that she's going broke.
I think that these celebrities are not as wealthy as we think they are, especially Kylie Jenner.
Is Kylie going broke? No, but her mom and manager Kris Jenner is concerned about her recent spending.
Why are the celebrities selling their houses in LA? Why is this happening? Blah, blah. It's the cabal, it's the Illuminati. Let me tell you why. They're broke.
Meanwhile, over in the fall of the House of Kardashian, Kylie Jenner can't sell a home.
Kylie Jenner is going broke. Now, let's be honest, and I'm gonna make it clear. She's not broke. She's not broke. She's rich people broke.
Not that Kylie Jenner is like struggling or anything. I don't think she's like close to being homeless, but I think that she lives well beyond her means. And that's why she has a new business venture every 3 to 5 days.
If you'd like to watch part 2 of this video where I talk more about Kylie Jenner's real estate and is she really a billionaire? No, she's not. Spending and all that stuff, then check out my Patreon. Here are a couple of bonus episodes I've uploaded recently. If you'd like more bonus videos and early access to videos, then check out my Patreon. I don't know. I think we're all going broke, truthfully. So, you know, in this economy, I guess I kind of get it. I mean, in Kylie Jenner's case, not so much, because I can't even fathom how much money she has. The recession for her might just mean giving up her house in Bora Bora. I don't know. And a lot of people were complaining about Kylie Jenner and all her endless brands, but I wanted to point out that she is not the only Kardashian who has various LLCs and brands under her name. She's pretty much just following in the Kardashian footsteps of throwing things at the wall until something eventually sticks. The Kardashians have so many individual brands at this point that a lot of them are actually overlapping with each other. Kylie was not the first Kardashian to think of a liquor brand. Her sister Kendall also has her 818 tequila. But I mean, I feel like at this point the Kardashians should just make like a mega store where you can buy every Kardashian associated brand, like a Walmart, but just Kardashian products. Like, I really think I could probably live off of just Kardashian brands alone for the rest of my life and have all of my basic necessities covered down to home cleaning supplies. Because yes, Kris Jenner is peddling vegan organic Lysol now, so the Kardashians got you set. I mean, truly, if you wanted to be a loyal fan, I'm surprised they don't have furniture. Maybe I missed that. Kylie, you should come up with a home decor line. So enough rambling, let's get on with the rest of this video and talk about all the different Kardashian brands. Each section of this video will be broken down in each Kardashian/Jenner family member. So since I just talked about Kylie, I'm going to actually break down her brands first. I think Kylie Cosmetics was one of the most, if not the most, successful Kardashian brand up until Skims. Her lip kits were a hot commodity, okay? Kylie Jenner hit the makeup market at the perfect time. She launched Kylie Cosmetics and her lip kits in 2015, which was right when makeup, like MUA YouTube, was really booming, and she got in at the right time where not many celebrities had oversaturated the makeup market just yet. And I think Kylie Jenner honestly influenced and inspired a lot of other celebrities to follow suit. And then Rihanna came along and just like killed the game for everybody. But a major reason why the lip kits were so successful at first is because it perfectly aligned with Kylie Jenner's personal brand. She was very known for her big, pouty, puffy lips, and like the Kylie Jenner lip challenge was happening around this time. And so what better thing to sell than lip products to tell her audience, if you want lips like mine, then buy my lip kits. Now, this kind of all crumbled when it was revealed that she had lip filler, and it wasn't just her like overlining her lips like she said. But before all of that, her lip kits were so popular. And I remember when she was saying she was overlining her lips, she said that she was using MAC's Cork lip liner. And I mean, I'm pretty sure it was sold out like for months and months because of Kylie Jenner's influence. So it makes perfect sense that she's like, oh, let me get a piece of this pie and start my own makeup company and sell lipstick and lip liner. And from what I understand, there weren't any other makeup brands that were promoting lip kits where they had a lipstick and a matching lip liner to sell in one product. And if they did, it wasn't as popular as Kylie Jenner. I don't know the history of every makeup company and how they market their lip products, but this was kind of revolutionary. And lastly, the reason why it was so successful is because they utilized scarcity marketing, so it was always sold out, and it made people want to buy even more because they saw that, you know, it was selling out within seconds, and everyone was wanting to get their hands on them and selling them on eBay for like 10 times the price. Really what it was is they just bought very little inventory so they could sell out quick, and they just made it seem like there was magic in these lip kits. But I think with all the hype, it incentivized people to find dupes, and people are saying, oh, this is just ColourPop but repackaged, and you can get it cheaper here, or, you know, the formula is not good, it's dry, and all the stuff, which I don't think you can make any liquid lipstick that isn't dry. Like, I've never enjoyed the feeling of a liquid lip stick. I don't know why liquid lipstick was a thing. Go watch my video about 2016 makeup. I think I bought one of her lipsticks like a few years ago just to try it out, and I absolutely hated it. And I don't know why I bought it because I don't wear liquid lipstick. I haven't worn that shit since 2017. But the hype came and it went. She continued to release makeup through her Kylie Cosmetics brand, but it was never very successful, and it still has never recovered or lived up to the initial lip kit height. She also released makeup brushes at some point. These makeup brushes came out in 2017, and I'm looking at a People magazine article with the headline reading, "Why are Kylie Jenner's makeup brushes getting slammed by Jeffree Star and her fans?" This was, what a time. Makeup YouTube was just like the wild, wild west, and I miss it. But yes, I remember this whole Kylie Jenner makeup brush debacle, and all the beauty gurus were like trashing it and just like reading them to filth. Do you guys remember when Kylie Jenner was in her like Tumblr era? It was like her King Kylie era, I believe. And she had like the blue, turquoise, teal, like dip dyed hair. Everyone was obsessed. Well, she has extensions. She dropped a line of extensions, Kylie Hair Couture by Balami Hair. These were 20-inch clip-in hair extensions, and it also came with like a little hairbrush. I don't really remember anyone talking about these extensions, to be honest, but they did exist. And this was back in like 2015. So since she started Kylie Cosmetics, she's really tried to dip her hand in all kinds of different brands. So not only does she have Kylie Cosmetics, she has Kylie Skin, her skincare line, Kylie Baby, her baby line, Kylie Swim, her swimwear line. I'm waiting for Kylie Hims, her man line. She can sell things that men buy, I guess. Kylie Skin, Kylie Swim, Kylie Him, Kylie Trim, you know, like a little like weight loss thing. You know how the Kardashians love a fit tee, they might as well make their own. Kylie Swim was a flop and a half and lasted for all of 2 seconds. This was launched in like 2021, I believe, and she got a lot of complaints, a lot of criticism from her fans because the quality was really bad. It was very sheer and see-through. Like, you would get in the water and you were basically naked, which kind of, I feel, defeats the purpose of a bathing suit. So nobody liked that, and that was quickly gotten rid of. It's not even on her website anymore. Kylie Skin, I could not name a single person that I know in real life who has bought a Kylie skincare product. I honestly didn't even know she had a skincare line until I was researching for this video. Kylie baby. I don't know anyone with a baby, so that's probably why I don't know anyone who's purchased a Kylie baby onesie or anything like that. I don't even think I've seen someone online purchase a Kylie baby product. And like, I know she has a daughter, or I think she has 2 children, but when I think of Kylie Jenner, I don't think like mother. Like, she's a mom, but I'm not like, it's not giving mother. Do you know what I'm saying? And a couple of her most recent launches are her perfume called Cosmic Kylie Jenner Eau de Parfum, which has gotten really negative reviews. Someone said it smelled like a nail salon. Someone else said it smells like Viva La Juicy, which is a good perfume, but you know, it's kind of basic. It's nothing new or innovative. It's just another celebrity perfume, because Lord knows we need another celebrity perfume. She also has her clothing line Kai, which launched back in November. She's had 4 drops so far. Fairly affordable, I guess. It's like $60 to $100 for a clothing item. I looked at the website and it's giving boohoo, you know? It's giving I am Gia, lots of neutrals, very basic. It's just like any other online retailer, to be honest. I haven't heard much about the clothes itself or its quality or anything. I think Kylie Jenner could be really successful with fashion or with beauty, but unfortunately, these brands just feel very uninspired and not very authentic. The reason why the lip kits were so successful is because it felt authentic. It felt genuine to who she was as a person and what she's known for as a celebrity. But with these fashion lines and these products, it's just so cash grabby, and I think that's very transparent to her audience, and that's why people don't want to buy it. But if she really sat down and spent time on a clothing line that felt unique and interesting, then I think it could be successful. And also, the quality seems to be the issue with a lot of these products, and I know that she has a young fan base, so she doesn't want to make something that's too expensive, but I think there can be a happy medium somewhere where it doesn't feel like Fashion Nova repackaged. If she really just like dedicated herself to making a quality product, then I think it would really work. I mean, she's so influential. Like, she has a lot of fans. She's like one of the most followed people on Instagram. I think what she has done is that she's tried to like grasp at any aspect of her personality or her persona and try to market it, which is why she has Kylie Baby, for example. But again, it doesn't feel authentic or genuine, and they all feel just kind of rushed, or like she had someone else kind of create these products for her and she just slapped her name on it without having a whole lot of input. Anyway, moving on. I wanted to briefly throw in the Kendall and Kylie of it all, because they do have their own brands, but they also have their brand together, Kendall and Kylie, which is a clothing line that is exclusive to PacSun, I believe. I remember when they launched this and it was like really popular. I remember hearing a lot about the Kendall and Kylie clothes. This was really, I feel like, their introduction to like the mainstream, to the media, as like these, I was gonna say influencers. That wasn't really like as much of a thing back then because this launched in 2013. But essentially, this was their kind of first attempt at becoming their own brand. They were teenagers at the time, so they had just, they'd grown into themselves and their personalities, and they started a clothing line at PacSun, which makes sense. PacSun is very like teen oriented. I was definitely shopping at PacSun back in 2013. The line was fine. It was successful. Like, I think it did well for what it was at the time. They did get into some controversy back in 2017 with their rock versus rap collection, which was a collection of t-shirts, $125 a pop. Can you believe? With their faces, selfies of them, plastered on top of iconic musical artists like The Doors and Biggie, Tupac, Metallica. Needless to say, this did not go over well with anybody, including the estates and family members of said rock stars and rappers. Biggie's mom spoke out about this. She made an Instagram post and was like, "What the hell is this? Y'all did not ask me for permission. This is really disrespectful and illegal," because the lawyer who represents Valletta Wallace, the mother of Notorious B.I.G., issued a cease and desist letter, and I believe the Doors lawyer also also did. Sharon Osbourne also posted about this on Twitter and basically said, y'all have not earned the right to put your faces next to musical icons. Stick to the lip gloss. So yeah, I wonder if this was like rage bait or if they genuinely were like, this is cool. This is a good idea. Now, this is really why I wanted to put Kendall and Kylie as their own section, is because, believe it or not, Kendall and Kylie had a book. Yes, they released a book called Rebels, City of Indra, The Story of Lex and Livia, 2014. They came out with a sci-fi YA novel that was very heavily inspired by like the Divergent, Hunger Games, teen dystopia craze at the time. So they were kind of just riding off of that trend. They sold 13,000 copies. It was not received well. I don't remember this ever happening. I swear to God, like the Men in Black came to my childhood home and zapped my ass because I don't recall any of this. But yes, they did write a book. The book was actually written by a woman named Maya Sloan, but I don't really remember this or anyone talking about it. I don't know anyone who bought this book, but they did a whole press tour with this and everything. Like they were on Jimmy Fallon talking about this book. So yeah, it'd be funny to like read it one day for Patreon or something if I could even find a copy, but I wonder if they even read the book, truthfully. And the last Kendall and Kylie business venture was their app game back in 2016, which was obviously a runner-up to Kim Kardashian's app, which we will talk about later. And then for Kendall, her individual brands are probably the most minimal out of all the Kardashian sisters. She has 818, which is her most famous, successful brand. I've never tried 818. I've seen it like in the clubs and stuff, but I've never had it before. I just remember the controversy around the initial launch of this tequila company where she was in a commercial cosplaying as Mexican or something. I don't know. She doesn't have a very great track record with commercials, it seems like. And then she collaborated with the brand called Moon, where she had her own line of vegan oral care. Thank you, Kendall Jenner. See, this is what I'm talking about. Literally anything that you could possibly think to buy down to the basic necessity, a Kardashian has you covered. So now we're going to talk about Kardashian brands that they've done together as a group, as a trio, sometimes Kris involved. A lot of these Kardashian brands and endorsements that they did together are from like the earlier phase of their career when they were still doing Keeping Up with the Kardashians on E! From like 2009 to like 2013. I feel like it wasn't until like 2015-ish, 2014, where you started to see the sisters branch off and do their own solo ventures, but for a while, a lot of the Kardashian brands were a team effort. The most obvious one is the Dash boutique that was heavily featured in the Keeping Up with the Kardashian TV show. Initially, the show was actually supposed to be centered around the store itself and was meant to, be publicity for the store. That was kind of like their main hustle for a while, or one of their main hustles. They were around for a while. They closed in 2018, and I'll explain why they closed down, but went through some legal issues. They were sued for discrimination by one of their visually impaired employees because the store was inaccessible. I think over time, again, like I said, in like 2015-ish time, they started to, do so many other different things that I think they just kind of gave up on Dash, and it was kind of neglected, and they got a lot of negative reviews for like the quality of the clothing and the general upkeep of the store. While Dash was around, they even had a reality spin-off show called Dash Dolls that was based off of the employees that worked at Dash. It lasted for one season and one season only. But before Dash, there was Smooch, which was a little baby, I don't know why a little baby store for little babies. Yeah, it was like a kid's apparel store that was ran by Kris and Kourtney. Smooch Children's Boutique also faced legal trouble. They were sued by a company called Flowers by Zoe, which was another children's clothing store, and they were sued for failing to pay for goods, wares, merchandise, and services rendered. But they were only sued for $2,331. So I don't know if that was really the thing to plummet their business, but they did run into some legal troubles like many of the Kardashian brands tend to do. Anyway, they closed in 2009, allegedly because the store wasn't selling as much and Kourtney wanted to focus on her kids. Speaking of clothing, the Kardashians also had a Sears collection from 2011 to 2015, and at the start it actually did pretty well. It earned them and Sears a lot of money at first, but after a while, people started to complain again. Can you guess it? About the quality of the clothing. Oh my god. Who would have thought? And they were also met with criticism for utilizing slave labor in China. So, not a good look. Apparently, the workers made $1 an hour and worked 84 hours a week. So yeah, the Sears collection had to go. In 2011, they opened a store called Kardashian Chaos. It was the ultimate destination for Kardashian superfans in the 2010s. It was a souvenir store located in Las Vegas in the Mirage Hotel. Whatever item you could think to put a Kardashian face on, they had it. I'm talking t-shirts, keychains, beach towels, literally anything. It lasted from 2011 to 2014. Yeah, I can't really see something like that lasting for a long time. And they also have Kardashian Closet, which is essentially a Kardashian hand-me-down store, but yeah, it's like Plato's Closet for Kardashians, I guess. Anyways, some other Kardashian brands. Chroma/Kardashian Beauty was launched in 2012. It was an Ulta exclusive, and the products were quickly pulled from shelves and only lasted a year. They had another lawsuit. Just assume there's going to be a lawsuit with every brand that I mention. So the reason why I said Chroma/Kardashian Beauty is because they initially launched it as Chroma Beauty, but they were sued by multiple different brands for copyright infringement, claiming that the brand name was too close to other pre-existing makeup brands, and then they renamed it Kardashian Beauty later on. They had nail polish, Kardashian Color, with a K, of course. This was an OPI partnership, and some of the shade names of these nail polishes were Completely in Love, Back to Reality, ... TV, and Follow Me on Glitter. I'm sorry, but those are kind of genius. Not Follow Me on Glitter. That's so silly. Next, the Kardashian card. I don't know why, but this one is like one of my favorites. A damn credit card. Well, it wasn't really a credit card. It was a prepaid debit card. It was like in one of those like little Visa gift cards that you can buy and put money on. But I just think it's so funny that they tried to make a card. Like, who was thinking of that in 2010? They're actually not the only celebrities who've tried to launch a card, but this was definitely one of the most iconic ones, and just such a clear and obvious cash grab. It's almost hilarious how much they just don't give a damn. Like, all they want is your money and nothing else. It doesn't matter what form or of products that they will create and throw at you, as long as they're getting as much money as they can quickly. They will do it. So the reason why the Kardashian card didn't last very long is because of its high fees. I'm talking fees out the wazoo, bitch. Like, first of all, the card was $8. Then you had to pay a $100 activation fee. And then there was an $8 monthly fee just to have the card. There was a $10 activity fee, a $1 fee to add funds to the card, and a $2 auto payment fee. I mean, anyone who got this card is a fucking idiot. I'm so sorry. The Kardashians also had a skincare line way before Kylie's Skin. They were in the skincare game back in 2010. It was called Perfect Skin, TM. It was kind of like a proactive competitor. Like, they had like a 3-step skincare system going on, and the branding also, like the bottles, looked very similar to Proactive in my opinion. It was a cleanser, a toner, and a moisturizer. How innovative. They also had fake tanner. They sold self tanner gel called Kardashian Glamour Tan, also in 2010. Does anybody remember Shape Ups? Can I get a raise of hands for anybody who remembers Shape Ups? Yes. The Kardashians, especially Kim, was like the face of the brand. They also faced a lawsuit for false advertising. Skechers had to pay $40 million to settle the FTC charges that claims that they were deceiving consumers with their ads for toning shoes. Shape Ups promised that it would like tone your glutes and your legs, and basically saying that, you know, you don't need to work out, you just need to walk in these Shape Ups. There's even a very famous commercial that I think played during the Super Bowl of Kim Kardashian like breaking up with her trainer and replacing him with her Shape Ups. Before they got sued, they should have had a Shape Ups quick trim collab of some sorts, because Does anybody else remember Quick Trim? Quick Trim also was a controversial brand that they worked with. It was diet pills, which, I mean, if that isn't the most 2010 thing you've ever heard. Yes, the Kardashians, before they were pushing Fit Tea, they were pushing diet pills. And Quick Trim faced a $5 million lawsuit, again, for deceptive marketing, claiming that the pills were made from like these all natural ingredients. I think they were on some talk show where they were like, wow, like the ingredients are so natural. It's just like green tea.
I was reading the label on that big bottle. There's a lot of berries and good stuff in there. There's not, it's not loaded with caffeine or anything.
They're all natural. And the caffeine it is just green tea or like black licorice extract. It's all natural stuff that gives
caffeine is not a weight loss supplement, and it was not recognized as safe or effective for weight loss by the FDA. Well, that's all the Kardashian products I have for you. Now let's get back to the individual members of the Kardashian clan. So one of Khloe's first products that she launched outside of her sisters was her Unbreakable perfume that she released with her then husband Lamar Odom. It was a unisex fragrance, and then they also had a follow-up fragrance called Unbreakable Joy the following year. Wow! Has anybody smelled this perfume? Khloe also had a couple of spin-off shows. She had a show called Cocktails with Khloe in 2015, and it was like a talk show where she brought in different guests and they would have cocktails and they would kiki. I think Snoop Dogg was on it at some point. It lasted for one season. It actually did pretty well, but it seems like she didn't really have interest in it after like a season and just kind of gave up on it and moved on to other things. Probably to her other show, Revenge Body, which was a kind of like makeover, weight loss kind of show. Think of like What Not to Wear meets Biggest Loser. God, don't you miss those shows? I actually really liked What Not to Wear back in the day, but I see now how that could be problematic in a way. I forget the lady's name from the show, but she was like, yeah, I had some nerve telling people what not to wear. Also, the surveillance on that show was really weird. Should I do a deep dive on what not to wear? Comment down below. Or like makeover shows in general. This show had 3 seasons, and of course the inspiration for the show was Khloe Kardashian's own revenge body journey where she got all skinny after her breakup with Tristan Thompson. And yeah, I saw the trailer for the show. It seems like the people on the show were happy with the results. One guy got jacked as fuck, but he was in the army, so he had it in him. She's also produced a couple of true crime shows back in 2020. She produced a show called Twisted Sisters, which examines sadistic crimes committed by, you guessed it, sisters. Sister, sister! And then there was another true crime spin-off called Twisted Love, which was a series that shares stories of families, friends, and lovers, chronicling how at a moment's notice love can spiral into obsession and end very badly. Riveting. Good American Jeans, which is her most popular business venture side quest, her most successful one. Good American is a denim company that is meant to fill the gap in the market for denim made for curvy women. It's an inclusive brand that's meant to, provide jeans for women of all shapes and sizes. I like this concept as a curvy girl myself who struggles to find jeans that fit my hips and my waist. I understand why she made this company and I like the vision. I even considered looking into buying Good American Jeans just because I literally like jeans just do not work for me most of the time, which can be very annoying, but I don't know, it doesn't have as much recognition or popularity as say a Skims, for example, which, oh, by the way, I'm wearing a Skims dress right now. I forgot to mention that earlier, but I'm not against all the Kardashian brands. I'm a big fan of Skims. Similar to what I was saying about Good American, I like Skims because I feel like the clothes work well with my body type. I don't know. I've seen mixed reviews about Good American. If you've bought Good American jeans, let me know. Moving on to Kourtney Kardashian. So pretty much all of Kourtney Kardashian's business ventures are health and wellness related. Kourtney's most recent and most popular brand right now is her Lemme Vitamins and Supplements brand. It's gotten some attention on TikTok, so I've seen people take it, and it seems like it's gotten some mixed reviews. I've seen some dietitians and nutritionists being this isn't gonna do what it says it's gonna do depending on the supplement. Her sleep supplements seem to be very popular. People are saying it's really knocking them out. I saw a TikTok where this lady was like, yeah, it's a really high dosage of melatonin, so yes, it will put your ass to sleep. She has a couple of dietary supplements that are meant to aid in weight loss in some shape or form. For example, she has one supplement called Curb, which is supposed to help curb your appetite and your cravings, I guess. She has a debloating vitamin, and she also has a supplement called Burn, which is supposed to help you burn fat. It's promoted to improve body composition. I don't talk about fitness too much on this channel. I do have a video where I talk about Pilates, and if you've seen that video, you might know what I'm about to say here. Any supplement or vitamin, pill, etc. that promotes body composition improvement or claims that it'll burn fat is usually a myth, or you know, too good to be true. I'm not a doctor, obviously, but like if your goal is to like burn fat or to lose body fat, lose weight, then you have to be in a calorie deficit. A pill or a supplement isn't going to do that for you. Now, I know her supplements recommend that you take them in conjunction with a healthy lifestyle, exercise, and diet. So that kind of makes it seem a little bit more realistic. But if you're eating like crap and not exercising and not doing anything to actually burn fat, then taking a gummy vitamin isn't going to make you lose body fat.
The ingredients that are involved in the product actually may have hypoglycemic properties, meaning that they may lower your blood sugar levels. However, the nutritionist that is on the website says that it's actually low blood sugar levels that cause cravings. As you can see, it kind of contradicts itself.
I have a master's degree in botanical medicine, and today I'm going to use it to expose why this brand by Kourtney Kardashian is one of the biggest scams I have seen in the supplement industry in a very, very long time. And this was my first red flag. For those of you that can't see, it's essentially the same size as a Skittle. So for me, this was a red flag because I know, as somebody that literally has done manufacturing for these types of supplements before, there's only so much room where you can fit in these medicinal ingredients into this tiny little gummy, because the vast majority of these gummies need to be other things. They need to be natural flavors, sometimes gelatin and sugar and all these different things, which is typically why high-end, high-quality supplements are in capsules. And I was extremely, honestly shocked to see that Kourtney Kardashian is engaging in something called proprietary blend. Proprietary blends are essentially when supplement companies will tell you there's 100 milligrams of these 3 ingredients in our product, but they don't tell you the breakdown of how much of each ingredient is going into it. So this to me is extremely unethical. It's very dishonest. I will never consume a supplement that has proprietary blends, because as a consumer, it's relevant to me. If you are advertising a product that's going to be helping my health, I deserve to know the actual breakdown. Let me chill here. We have lemon balm, passion flower, and goji berry. So in total, that's 15 milligrams. For those of you that don't know, 15 milligrams is an absolutely negligent amount of botanicals that will have absolutely no effect on you whatsoever. It's BS. Is the hypocrisy of the whole personal brand of Kourtney Kardashian being sugar-free, gluten-free, Wi-Fi free. And then for you to have such a high sugar product was shocking to me. Before I bought these, I had assumed it was going to be made out of stevia or something, or really anything other than cane sugar. It's cane sugar. So the reason that I really don't believe that Kourtney Kardashian even consumes these products is that if it was true, and every morning she woke up and she took the serving size, which is 2 gummies out of all 10 of these products that she sells, that would be like 30 grams of sugar right in the morning.
I mean, I've never tried any of her gummy vitamins or anything, but I like the packaging. The branding and the packaging is really cute, so that's always good. Now, Lemme is not her only wellness brand that also makes gummy vitamins. She has another wellness brand that was launched in 2021 with her husband, Travis Barker, and the company is called Kourtney Barker Wellness. They don't just sell gummy vitamins, they also sell bath bombs and oils, in case you really needed a bath bomb and oil from the drummer of Blink-182. But yeah, they have that as well. I've never heard anybody talk about this ever, not even on TikTok or anything, but it does exist. And then of course she has Poosh, which is her version of Goop, which is a website created by Gwyneth Paltrow. It's also like her wellness brand. And Poosh is literally the exact same thing, even down to the very similar name. The names that she has for these brands are really funny. Like she had Smooch, the boutique, Poosh, the website / wellness brand, and Lemme, the gummies. So I don't know. I think the names are kind of funny, but I need a Poosh and a Smooch and a Gooch and a Cooch. Maybe not a cooch, but maybe, honestly, Poosh and Lemme need to have some sort of collab. Like, instead of Purr, or maybe she can make a follow-up to her Purr gummies, it should be called, like, Poosh Cooch. Pooshy Coochie. So you can have an Ooshy Gooshy Pussy. Thanks for subscribing. If you're still here, God bless. Truly, God bless. Drop a like. I don't know. What am I saying? That's Kourtney's deal. And now, what we've all been waiting for. Kim Kardashian. Kim Kardashian! I'm sorry. I'm completely sober, by the way. Okay, let's talk about Kim K's beauty empire and fashion empire and everything else empire. As we all know, Kim Kardashian has many business ventures. One of her most iconic business ventures being the Kim Kardashian Hollywood game. Now, I loved this game back in the day. I don't know what it was about it. I haven't played this in years, but it was so addicting. And they really knew what they were doing because, I mean, thank God I didn't have any money to my name at this point in my life, because I probably would have been suckered into purchasing whatever coins or diamonds that the game wants you to purchase. It's kind of almost impossible to play the game without buying anything, which I think is why I lost interest in it. But yeah, this game was kind of a slay. I'm not gonna lie. Like, this was a very successful app at the time, so much so that, like I said earlier, her sisters Kylie and Kendall made their own version of this app, and I think Paris Hilton also made her own version of this app. Like, a lot of celebrities got into the like celeb game app game. I think I might do a deep dive on that somewhere else, and another project in the works somewhere. Just hint, hint, wink, wink. So this app was very popular. You can no longer get it on the App Store anymore, but I think if you already had it downloaded, you could still play it. But they're actually getting rid of it officially in April, so in a few days. But yeah, the concept of the app is pretty simple. You are like a little Kim Kardashian character, and your objective in the game is to rise to fame and increase your celebrity status and eventually become an A-lister. And Kim Kardashian is like your fame mentor. This app made over $74 million. Which is insane. Like, over a damn app. Like, that's crazy. Who would have thought? I don't know who pitched this idea to her, but they're a genius. Anyway, rest in peace to that era. Rest in peace to that app. Did anyone actually become an A-lister in this app? I want to know. I never made it that far. Comment down below. Speaking of Kim Kardashian apps, she also had Kimoji. She launched a emoji app for smartphones in 2015 with over 250 Kim Kardashian themed emojis and animated GIFs that you could use like any other emoji when you're texting, but you had to pay for it. It was like $2. But all I remember from this time is like the crying, like, you know, that famous meme of Kim Kardashian crying. I'm guessing that's kind of what inspired the Kimoji app, was like, oh, I have all these iconic like faces and memes and GIFs, like I should make this into an app, which is honestly really smart, especially in the age of memes and like viral memes. Like, imagine if Brittany Broski, aka Kombucha Girl, had like her own emoji or was able to capitalize off of her face being put on like billboards and all these memes and probably t-shirts. Like, I still feel like people are still figuring out how to have ownership and copyright over their likeness when it comes to memes. But I mean, Kim Kardashian is also very famous and has the connections and resources to be able to do this, but a pretty smart move. The app was disbanded in 2018 and it wasn't very lucrative after a while. I think similar to many of these Kardashian brands and business ventures is like they can kind of capture a moment that's very trendy. Like, they're very good at hopping on trends and capitalizing off of them in the moment, but a lot of them are just kind of quick flashes in the pans, and there's not really any longevity to a lot of these business ventures, which I think is in a way done on purpose. Like, I don't really think they care about longevity for a lot of these things. They just want to make as much money as quick as possible in the moment, and then they just keep hopping to the next thing, which we see isn't, again, sustainable, obviously, and maybe isn't the best idea, because we see how much Kylie has put into all of her different brands and how it's failing, and people are starting to kind of turn on not her as a person, but like her brands, and kind of questioning like her financial stability, her credibility as a spokesperson slash businesswoman. I think it's just leading to fatigue for a lot of consumers. It really makes you question the legitimacy of their brands, which has been an ongoing thing for years. Like, a lot of people really don't like the Kardashians in general, but especially their brands and their companies, because time and time again they've proven that they're not the most trustworthy business people when it comes to providing a quality product. Before moving on from the Kimoji era, there was indeed a lawsuit. You guessed it. The developer David Liebenson and two other colleagues invented the app, and he was claiming that she stole his idea and sued her for $300 million. But according to Kim Kardashian's team, he willingly sold his rights away to Kim Kardashian, so he no longer had ownership of Kimoji, but his claims were rejected by the court. She released 2 perfumes in 2009, Kim Kardashian Eau de Parfum and Glam Perfume. She was a co-founder of Shoe Dazzle. Do you guys remember Shoe Dazzle? I remember Shoe Dazzle. Those commercials were something else.
Oh, I couldn't.
Oh, yes, you could. Oh, just do it. I did.
Ladies, be quiet. Oh!
Fulfill your wildest desires at justfab.com.
Let's not forget Jam Turn It Up by Kim Kardashian, a single. Her stint in the music industry was brief but not forgotten. Similar to her younger sister, she also released a book, but nothing of literary merits like a teen dystopian novel, but just a book of selfies. I remember when she came out with this. It's called Selfish. Incredible name, I must admit. It's like a coffee table book of pictures of her, pretty much. Of course, she has Skims, as I'm representing here today, right now. What can I say? I love a good Skims dress. The clothes are cozy. Skims is definitely like the most successful Kardashian brand within the empire. I mean, she's worked with the Olympics, the NBA, like Skims is killing it. Skims also utilized and still does utilize scarcity marketing. Like I remember I would just check the Skims website like every day trying to get this dress, and it really has a lot of hype, and it's kind of annoying that things are always sold out. Like I wish she would just sell the dresses. Like we're gonna buy them. We're gonna buy them. Or not just dresses, but anything really from that website. I've been a Skims customer since like 2021. I bought this back in 2021 and I still wear it like pretty much at least once a week. Not this turning into a Skims ad, but really like you can dress it up, you can dress it down, like it's versatile thing. Anyway, I was actually posted on the Skims Instagram a couple of times from my my TikToks. But yeah, I like Skims. I think what makes Skims work, aside from like the clothing actually I think being worth it, is that it again appeals to Kim Kardashian's branding. Like it started with like shapewear and stuff, and shapewear makes sense for Kim Kardashian because she's known for her body and her curves, and it's not the same as like the lip kits where it was literally based off of a lie pretty much, which was that if you want big, pouty, puffy, full lips like Kylie, then you can buy the lip kits and have lips that look like hers, when in reality, she had lip filler. I think Skims is a little bit different, although we know Kim Kardashian has had plastic surgery done to her body. She still wears shapewear, I would presume. I would assume. And that's something that I think is more grounded in reality. Like you can look good in shapewear without getting plastic surgery. So I think that's why Skims works. And their marketing is really good. Like the Lana Del Rey Valentine's campaign was really, really cool. Or like the one where they were all dressed up in like these like ski clothes. Whoever the creative director is at Skims is doing great work. And they utilize influencer marketing and collaborate with up-and-coming stars like Ice Spice. I think it's smart that they don't just plaster Kim's face all over Skims every chance they get. Like she's obviously the face of the company and very involved, at least visually, like she's in the campaigns and stuff, but I think it's good that they utilize stars that are also very popular and famous to promote the company. If you want a brand that can stand alone on its own as a celebrity, you kind of have to take a step back and not be like in people's faces all the time as the brand ambassador. I think Rihanna does the same thing with Fenty Beauty. She's obviously heavily associated with the brand. We all know it is Rihanna's makeup line, but it's not just her face everywhere all the time. And that allows the company to really live on its own and stand on its own legs. Because even if for some reason the internet decided to cancel Rihanna tomorrow, I think people would still buy Fenty Beauty because it's makeup more than it is Rihanna's brand. Do you know what I mean? Does that make sense? Kim Kardashian also kind of followed the hype of Kylie Cosmetics and released her own makeup brand. I remember when she released KKW makeup and everyone was kind of scratching their heads like, huh? Like, didn't your sister just launched some lipstick like 2 seconds ago? Like that's kind of weird. And I haven't really heard anything about KKW makeup. Like I don't know anybody who uses it. People don't really talk about it. I don't think it's that successful, to be honest. She also has a fragrance with KKW makeup. Again, never heard of it. Only knew about it through my research of this video. I think she had some contour sticks that people talked about for like 2 seconds, but I don't think it really was a mainstay for anybody. She also has skin, which of course is her skincare line. I really am tired of the skincare. Like, I really, if I see one more skincare line, I'm gonna throw up. Anybody can have a skincare line. I mean, I'm waiting for like John Cena to have a skincare line. It's getting out of hand. You can only innovate skincare so much. I just don't think that any of these celebrities are offering anything new when it comes to skincare. I know that the point of it is just to get your fans to buy it, so that's the appeal. But again, that's why Skims is successful, because it doesn't just rely on the brand ambassador or celebrity that is the face of the company. Oh, in 2011, this almost got lost in the pile. She had a jewelry line called Bella Noel Jewelry. This was 2011. The jewelry was very 2011. It was very much a sign of the time, for sure. Lots of like chunky gold earrings and necklaces and stuff to match your big chunky oversized bag, to match your big chunky statement belt that served as a corset pretty much. And it was pretty affordable. It was like $18 to $175 for a piece of jewelry. And you're probably thinking, damn, like, I mean, with all these businesses, she needs to get into like private equity or something. Well, she has. SKKY Partners, private equity firm owned by Kim Kardashian in partnership with Jay Simmons. He was a previous partner for the Carlyle Group. Kardashian and Simmons are co-founders along with Kris Jenner, who joined as a new partner for the firm. SKK Partners focuses on investing in consumer and media businesses and sectors in luxury, digital commerce, and hospitality. I mean, the woman is limitless. I fear she will become the next Jeff Bezos, but that is a conversation for another day. Help us all. Kim Kardashian for president? I'm sure it'll happen at some point. She already tried to become a lawyer. That was just her first step. And we're gonna close out with the matriarch, the masterminds behind it all, Kris Jenner. I keep wanting to say Kris Kardashian. Remember when I said that she was making like organic vegan Lysol? Yeah, so let's talk about that. She has a plant-powered cleaning brand called Safely. Yeah, it's just like surface cleaner and stuff. The company most recently launched an air care line of scent diffusers. So apparently this brand is also supposed to release in 6,000 stores throughout 2023. So that's already happened, I guess. I guess you can get it at like Target and stuff. So yeah, she's got cleaning supplies in case you needed a Kris Kardashian mop. I don't know. And she also had a cookbook in 2014, because we all know Kris Jenner to cook and to clean. Kris Jenner, the trad wife. I get why they thought this would be a good idea, because it's like, oh, she's the mom of the family, so like she should have a cooking book and a cleaning supply line, but like that's not really her vibe. At least that's not the vibe I'm picking up from Kris Jenner. I guess she has a book called In the Kitchen with Kris, a collection of Kardashian Jenner family favorites. Lots of K's. Kind of giving the same vibe as Kim's private equity firm. In 2012, Kris Jenner attempted to dip her toe in the world of communications, and she started Jenner Communications. She launched the brand back in 2012, and I guess it was controversial because she was offering college internships, but they were unpaid. Unsurprising, and no further details, unfortunately, on that one. She tried to have a talk show for like a few episodes. It lasted 10 episodes to be specific. This happened in 2013. It just wasn't very successful. I think there was probably a fatigue of the Kardashians, and people are like, I'm not watching a Kris Jenner talk show. The only episode that seems to have gotten any sort of attention was when she pimped out her granddaughter, Northwest, when she was first born, and I was like, get a first peek at Kim and Kanye's new baby. And Kanye was on that episode. Very low views, poor ratings, overall a flop. And then she had a church. She opened a church. The Kardashians will literally leave no stone unturned. The limit does not exist when it comes to Kardashian business ventures. And yes, the church is a business venture, okay? Because we all know that it is a tax write-off. I was thinking about doing a deep dive about this Kris Jenner Kardashian church or whatever on my Patreon, so if you're interested in that, let me know. I'm pretty sure Kim Kardashian donates like millions of dollars to this church every year. So kind of genius, kind of scummy, but the Kardashians are wealthy for a reason. Before we end this video officially, I'm gonna give a shout out to my man Rob Kardashian, aka Mr. Black China. He sold some socks and some hot sauce a few years ago. That's really all I have to say about that. Anyway, I have 2 new bonus videos on my Patreon. I talk about Ariana Grande's new album and the switch up in public perception of her now that she has released Eternal Sunshine. And I also have a video about Love is Blind and Risa Tisa and what happens when you ignore red flags. So if you're interested in that, then definitely check out my Patreon. And I also put my main channel videos on there for early access. So join my Patreon, please, so you don't catch me reselling petroleum jelly from the Dollar Tree as high-end skincare. Thank you so much for the support. And if you can't join the Patreon, no worries. Just drop a like on this video. That helps me more than you know. So thank you for watching if you've gotten all the way to this point. Stream my music so I can become a pop star and also sell makeup that nobody cares about. I shouldn't say that. What if I actually want to start a makeup line one day? If that happens, I never said that. Anyway, thank you for watching and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.